it's just the arrow key, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so for the longest time, we've known that in other countries, people are suffering on a daily basis. Suffering because of necessities that aren't readily available to them, something as simple as clean, drinkable water. According to the Waves for Water organization, people living in impoverished areas die every day from drinking dirty water. But what if I could tell you that our money could help support 100 people with clean water for up to a total of 5 years? It's almost a no-brainer to me, honestly, at how huge that impact could be. So with these filters, dirty water becomes instantly clean. So there's instant relief almost anywhere that you have them. The Waves for Water organization works in a pretty interesting manner to spread the usage of these incredibly inexpensive, lightweight, and portable devices. They've set up what's called a CWC, or Courier Volunteer Effort. And the Newman podcast interviewed John Rhodes, the founder of Waves for Water, and he states that there's no reason that anyone should die from lack of clean water. People have already done the hard work and have developed technology solutions to help eliminate these senseless deaths that are happening every single day. So what started it all? John Rhodes was on a boat off the coast of Sumatra in 2009, going to a surf trip in Bali, when he said he felt a slight shake. Little did he know that it was a massive 7.6 earthquake that literally leveled the entire city of Padang, leaving 100,000 people homeless and killing 1,000. John Rhodes' dad also had started an organization before him, helping spark his interest. His organization was called the Raincatcher Foundation, mostly helping in Africa. Once the ball started rolling, it was easier and easier to have people jump on the bandwagon to help because of the simplicity of all these ideas. Now let me explain why this is so important. How many times has anyone here ever had to scrounge for water, or clean water at that, and then once you found it, had to worry about whether or not it was even safe to consume? Probably never, I would assume. But thousands of people die every year due to unsafe, contaminated drinking water. So what actually makes water unsafe to drink? According to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, most filters have sizes between 0.1 and 0.4 microns. Now, these can remove bacteria from the water, but not necessarily viruses that could be in that water. But now we have new hollow fiber technology that can remove viruses as well. But for third world countries, that's pretty hard for them to get their hands on that type of thing. So that's where Waves for Water comes in. So how do these filters actually work? At first, the device used seems really primitive, considering you only need a few things: a plastic paint bucket, a knife to make a hole, and a spigot, and then of course your Waves for Water filter. One of the coolest aspects of this is how portable these devices actually are, and how volunteers help spread these filters all over the globe, and they're known as clean water couriers. The way this works is extremely simplistic. Rob Machado, a pro surfer and one of the founders of Waves for Water organization, came up with the idea that since hundreds of surfers travel the globe all of the time to go to these remote regions, why not bring these filters along with you along the way so that you can help people get clean water? Just one $50 filter can clean over 1 million gallons of clean water for 5 years for up to 100 people. So in remote areas, that's pretty amazing considering villages are normally, 100 to 200 people at most. And just for a visual of the amount of water that actually is, the USGS Science School says that you would need to build a pool 267 feet long, which is almost as long as a football field, 50 feet wide, and 10 feet deep to hold 1 million gallons of water. But where did it all start? John Rhodes, a retired pro surfer and founder of Waves for Water organization, was on his way to Bali in 2009 for a surf trip, like I had said before, and he felt the rumble go under his boat. He later finds out that this earthquake had destroyed the entire city of Padang. Instead of going to Bali, they headed straight for Padang to provide relief for clean water, not only for drinking, but also to help aid in the medical field, where cleanliness is an absolute must. Remarkably, John Rhodes' father had founded an organization that was helping these barren areas collect water more effectively with his Raincatcher idea, so that people wouldn't have to walk 5 miles to a pond just to get some water that was barely even drinkable at that. This sparked John's interest in helping these people get what they needed just to live. Soon after, he founded with Rob the Waves for Water Foundation. Now altogether, I can't say that one organization necessarily trumps another, but the reason I feel this money should really go to this organization is because it's such a simple problem to fix. And with this money being donated here, you can have the peace of mind knowing that it literally is changing people's lives every day for up to half a decade. John Rhodes, in an interview with Conscious Connection magazine, says he always follows this saying true to heart: go do what you love and help along the way. So that's exactly what we do. We go out into the world and we follow our passion, and then we plug the purpose into that, not the other way around. So think clearly on what you feel is important and what can help for the here and now, and choose Waves for Water as our donation project.
Around 5 minutes.